What is this doing, Care? Didn't a podcast come out, like, yesterday or earlier today or whatever? I don't know how days work.
It did.
Oh, well, why is this one coming out?
Because we're speed running.
Oh, okay.
Because
Netflix is a thing. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they take shows and movies off there. And you're just like, hey, I wanted to watch Bones because it's a thing that people watch, and I wanted to, but I'm still in the first season, and then all of a sudden the first, 5 seasons aren't on Netflix anymore, and I'm not going to start in the middle of the 6th season. What's wrong with you guys?
What kind of monsters are you?
You just take the first, 5 seasons, what? I was trying to watch those. Excuse you. I'm not salty. That's not something that actually happened. Yes, it is. It is. I was kind of I was only a few episodes into Bones, but at the same time, all of a sudden,
you're invested in it, mentally and your soul, and then Netflix goes, no.
Yeet.
Goes, yeet! Not today! Okay. So,
Who do you think you are?
Today's Doctor Strange.
Oh, cool.
It's my time to review, and I don't know.
Yeah, have fun with that. It's 12:30 whatever.
Yeah.
12:40 whatever.
It's
Sorry,
been
it's
a long
12:40.
day. I woke up, 2 kids crying. So, that it can only go better from there, but
To be clear, Sarah is dad, but Sarah isn't actually dad. Sarah is aunt.
Yes. Sometimes I wake up to small children crying.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's okay, I guess.
It's okay.
I didn't need sleep anyway. I didn't go to bed at 4 in the morning to get woken up pretty early in the morning. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sleep is for the weak.
No, sleep is for the fun.
I
like sleep.
I had an hour nap.
I like sleep. Sleep is fun.
There was a time where I was I can't anymore. My brain can't function. Sleepy time.
That's what Dr. Pepper's for.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any, and I did. Anyway.
Oh, so your sister brings noisy kids and no Dr. Pepper? That doesn't seem fair.
I mean.
Anyway, Sarah, please review the Doctor Strange.
Okay, so we started out Doctor Strange.
Recap.
Recap. And then we started out with Doctor Strange doing doctory things for neurological. No?
No, it was the magic stuff. When the dude stole the pages.
Yeah, magic things are happening apparently. Brain not functioning. So this guy is hey, no, you're a librarian. We don't accept that here. And he beheads him and then steals 2 pages.
2 pages of a book.
2 pages out of a book. We don't figure out what it is till later. But it's a ritual to summon the dark dimension, Dormammu.
Dormammu, I've come to make a bargain.
Yes. And then he goes, yep, I'm out. And he goes.
Murders a few people, but that's whatever.
Yeah, you're watching an MCU movie. People get murdered.
Sometimes murder happens. And sometimes murder doesn't happen, but who are we kidding? It'll probably happen.
It'll probably happen. And then it cuts to Doctor Strange doing doctory things. He is
being a little strange, though.
Yeah. And then he kind of, while he is doing neurological surgery, he is guessing song names. And times.
Yeah. Or, when it came out.
Yeah.
I would just like to point out, that was, it was doctor things, but it was also just, there was a class, watching what was doing, it was, for medical,
medical school.
Yeah. They were observing a live surgery.
And, he finishes it, and then, Christine...
The Science Queen? Christine, the Science Queen. I say that only because halfway through the movie, Sarah just starts belting that out. When, I think 3 times when they said the name Christine, she's like, simply neological.
If you haven't noticed, I'm a really big fan of
Yeah.
Christine.
Oh, Christine the Science Queen?
Christine the Science Queen. It depends.
Buddy once told me.
Yeah, I'm, Simply Illogical is pretty good. Anyway, so, she's like, "Ayo, I got this thing, I need you to look at it." And he's like, no, okay, fine, I'll look at it. And it turns out this guy that had been pronounced brain dead is not brain dead, just has a bullet in the brain.
I mean, they already knew that part, but they didn't realize that this was the problem that was going on. So, yeah.
They go to the doctor guy that's trying to make him
harvest organs.
Because he's a
organ donor?
Yeah. It's late at night, my brain's not Englishing.
This is normally the time you're awake, Sarah.
Yes, but I'm usually doing non-trivial tasks like playing video games. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, that's trivial.
You put a video game in front of me and I can play it like no big deal. Because I've been doing that since I was young.
Yes.
And, we're gonna move on from that subject because I can talk about it.
Don't get her started on Kingdom Hearts or
yes.
Kingdom Hearts. What Final Fantasy?
No, it's Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, but you also play Final Fantasy.
I play some of them, not all of them.
So she knows Dragon Age Inquisition specifically is
yes,
what you have.
I have all of them, but like I'm really into Dragon Age Inquisition more than all of them.
I'll come over and then you're like, it's Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes. Right now I'm working on Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I got it for my birthday. Anyway.
So if you're...
I could do a podcast on that.
Ayo! Is that what you people want? Do you want a podcast about that? Oh, yeah,
Hit up a girl if you do.
Halfway through this podcast, I want you guys to stop if you are not driving. If you are driving, remember what I say and do it later. Because I showed Sarah the actual, like, numbers and stuff, and she's like, wait... We're not shouting into a wait. There's like people have actually like downloaded the
People are listening. I'm not shouting out to the void.
People can hear this, so I want you to stop
and be like, "Girl,
yeah,
girl, why?"
In some like former capacity, leave a comment. Maybe go to iTunes, leave a review, and just say, "I am someone," or alternatively, "I am the void," because Sarah is shouting at you.
Yeah. Not rudely shouting, just
she
making
talks
people
loudly.
aware. Yes.
Not in a mean way. You're there. You're loud. You're large. You're in charge. You're not large. You're in fact 5'3".
5'1".
Oh, you're 5'1"?
5'1".
Okay. I was 5'3". I think I'm 5'4". I don't know.
I have not grown. I am 5'1".
I just know that
I have hit my max height, and I'm gonna stay there until I start shrinking.
I'm just imagining a really old you at like 4'5".
Get off my lawn! I planted those flowers yesterday. I've never done gardening. I would never do gardening. I'd be playing like a video game at like 93, being like, why are you on my porch? Get off.
Yes.
I don't care if I ordered a package. Not today.
Yes. Kingdom Hearts number 563.
There's actually, it hasn't come out yet, so conspiracy theory is basically that this is the last one.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts 3. The end.
That's what they said about the first Final Fantasy. Look where we are now.
But, Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposedly wrapping up the story. We are not, it's not something a lot of, people I talk to are hoping for. We're like, no! We want it to be like Final Fantasy! Continue on forever. But, I am slowly coming to terms that it is ending. My childhood is slowly dying. Anyway.
You got an adult. Final.
I
wasn't Final Fantasy.
I got an adult. I don't want to.
Kingdom Hearts is dying, and so is your childhood. So you got to adult now. Now, if you would please
Continue on.
review them gosh darn movies.
Anyway, moving on from video games. He was guessing the bullet in the brain, and they were like, no, don't take him. He's not brain dead. Look at these facts. And he's like, oh well, I done messed up. And he's like, I could help. And he's like, no, stand in the corner. At one point, he's like, cover your watch.
Go stand in the corner and think about what you did.
Cover your watch, because magnets.
Sounds. Or was it sounds or magnets? I don't know.
It was something. Something.
Either way.
It was distracting or something. Stuffs. And so they're like, whoop, guy not dead. I did my job.
Wife?
He's not. Christina's not his wife.
No.
Oh, yeah,
the guys who died, who almost died's wife.
Yes, they're like, he's not dead, and then they're like, oh my god, he's not dead, and they like hug Doctor Strange, and he's like,
Okay, I'll hug you.
Pat, and
give me all your money.
Yeah, and then he talks to Christine, and he's like,
I know you're the science queen, but like, do you want to go with me to this thing? And she's like, no. And we find out that they used to date. I don't ship it. Oh, yeah, Sarah now ships Doctor Strange and Loki after the end credits scene.
Yes. Actually, I've seen Ragnarok, but like it didn't
it didn't help your ship.
Yeah. I was just like, oh yeah. And then I was like, wait, I could ship it. And I was like, I'm building that ship. Or hopping onto that ship, whatever.
If it doesn't exist, you're building it.
If it does exist, I'm building it. I'm not gonna do any fan art or anything, but
You can't. You don't know how to fan art.
I can't, I can do art. Not professional wise where you go, that's good art. You can go, I see what she's trying to do.
It's not hideous.
It's not hideous. I mean, I can draw a shield pretty good. A wolf paw. I've tried to work on a dragon. But that's like going from like stick figures to like a dragon. So, it's not good.
I remember when you looked up how to draw a rose, and it's like, do this and this and this, and then draw a rose.
Yeah.
And you were just like, what?
I was like,
I'm sorry, what? I feel like you missed a few steps in there. Sorry.
That was a long time ago. I was like, yes, I can. I feel like drawing a rose, and then so I was like, I don't know where to start. Google, help me. And Google was like, this is how you like draw a leaf. You draw the stem. Now you draw the rose, and you're like, no. Anyway. He's like, I'm gonna go do this talk. Come with me. And he's like, she.
You just think that Steven's
like talking to himself. He's like standing in front of me. Come with me. And he's like playing hard to get to himself. No, I won't.
The only one he ever loved was himself. The end.
The end. And then she's like, no, I'm sorry, no. And he's like, okay. One no would have been fine, but okay.
You had to say it 5 times. I got it the first time, Christine.
And so, we see him get ready, and we see him, drive out, and then
he chooses a watch, and we know on the back it says, time will tell how much I love you, from Christine, and it was cute.
And,
even though I don't ship it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a cute sentiment.
Yeah. I mean, they seem like they're really cute friends, but they seem like they've moved on from the romance.
Yes, I wish I could break up like that.
You wish you could break up with someone and then you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna still be your friend.
I wish I could break up with someone gently enough to where we could still talk.
But all of your exes are
dead to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We came up with an acronym for that, but... Oh, no, an initialism, sorry.
DTM.
Yeah, DTM. Dead to me. DTM... E? I think Dead to Me X.
Yes, that's it. Yes, yeah.
So, Do you guys have any DTMEs? I don't, because I've never been in a relationship.
All of mine.
All of yours are dead. You just have a graveyard filled with the bodies of your exes.
Yeah, you go, this is the people I've dated, and then you turn around, this is where they lie.
These are the bodies over here. No, those aren't ex-boyfriend. No, those are just they asked me why I was wearing a dress, and it's just,
those are the people who have asked why I wear so many dresses.
Yeah, it's just I like them. Okay, pants are constricting to my. Why do you wear a kilt? Okay,
I can't breathe in pants. I feel too uncomfortable.
And sweatpants are too hot.
Oh my god, especially where we live.
Yeah, it's so hot.
Like in the winter, they're not warm enough. In the summer, they're way too hot. In the fall,
yeah, the weather changes so much you can't tell.
You're like, is it a sweatpants day? I feel like in the fall you have to have like those Velcro sweatpants where you can rip off and you're like wearing shorts underneath. And you go whoosh, and you're like.
Or you could wear a dress.
Yeah, or you could wear a dress.
Yeah.
Because if you wear leggings or something, you can just go to the bathroom and take them off.
Yeah.
You're no longer hot.
Yeah. I mean, come on, guys.
Come on, get on the dress train. They're not for formal occasions.
I mean,
they can be.
You always look like you're ready. You're down to party.
Yeah, just wear a dress.
Neither of us want to party though.
No.
Like a fancy party. Like you could take us out to dinner from here.
Yeah.
It's good because we never have to go home and change.
Yeah, they won't be like, oh no, you're not wearing formal enough for this place, and be like, have you seen me? I am wearing as formal as it gets. I mean, I guess I could put on a couple accessories, take off like the weird leggings I'm wearing.
Your like skeleton arm leggings.
My skeleton arm leggings.
That's a thing that she has.
I do. I got them from a Halloween store, and I'm so happy about it. I wear them all the time.
She wears them a lot, guys.
And yes, it's kind of funny because it's kind of funny because I wear like a formal dress, and then you look down to my legs, and now there's like skeleton hands everywhere.
It's funny because you're all skin and bones.
Yeah. I think that's why I got them.
Because you're all skin and bones?
Yeah.
Somebody made that pun and you're like, I need them.
Mm-hmm.
I
think I have like, it's a dress I don't wear often because it's like too big for, I don't actually ever wear it because it's too big, but it's like, has skeleton heads on it.
Ah.
So I could wear that and
the leggings.
But like, if I wear it, it's kind of like I'm wearing like a parachute, so I'd have to like wear a belt.
Do you think it would fit me?
I don't know. I'll drag it out and be like, "Ayo!" It's sequins. What makes up most of it. So I don't know if you'll like it, but I can show it to you. Not
saying that I'm going to steal that.
I mean, I never wear it. You've never seen me in it.
Yeah,
you didn't even know it existed until I mentioned it.
I'm just because. We're not that different in sizes.
No, it's just your chest.
My chest.
Like, I am, like, the skinny white chick who's, like, you see in the background of, like, a movie. And
you're just like, give that girl a sandwich.
Give that girl a sandwich.
I just look like a normal human.
Yeah, you're like, oh, she's a functioning human being who looks like she functions. And mine is like, does she have, like, a disease? She's white. Too white. It's almost as if she never sees the sun. And she doesn't eat.
I remember, like, a long time ago, my grandma got me a dress. And I'm like, Grandma, I already have this. And she's like, what, would Sarah like it? And my dad just turns around and she's like, no, Sarah's skinny.
She's too skinny. Like, even if you gave me a sandwich, you would have to... You'd be like, she needs like 50 more. You would
eat so much popcorn.
Yeah, like if in my room I just have like a because I trash days on Thursdays and I eat so much popcorn in between. It's just a graveyard of like popcorn bags or like bowls that I've had popcorn in.
She needs help, professional help. If you know a popcorn therapist, please leave it in the comments down below.
Rehab for popcorn.
And drinks. She has a drinking problem. not alcoholic. She just keeps like 20 at the same time.
Yeah.
So, would you mind, could you do me a favor, Sarah?
Yeah.
Review the movie?
Yes, okay, so anyway, he gets in his car and he goes vroom vroom way too dangerously, and then someone calls him. It's like, hey, we need to talk about your next, like, surgery, because you know, your doctor is how you get your money. And he's like, telling him about these guys, and he's like, oh yeah, I want that one. He's like, haha, I thought you would. And so he sends, like, pictures. And so
he looks down and gets distracted, and then he gets blown off the side of a cliff.
And he gets severely hurt, mainly his hands. Focus on the hands. And they find him several hours later, which is too much time has passed to really save the nerves in his hands. And he's devastated when he wakes up.
He's like, what did you do to me?
And Christine is like, hey, we've tried.
I'm the science queen.
I'm the science queen. Let me science you on why your hands are messed up. And he's like, no! And
she just looked down at her dress and started playing with it like, oh, I haven't seen this before, even though I've had it for ages.
It's really early in the morning, and this is not where I talk.
We haven't been asleep. It's early in the morning, but we didn't sleep. We watched Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And so, he's like, no, I'm gonna find a way to do this.
I gotta fix me.
He searches and nothing comes up. And he even finds this experimental thing in Tokyo, and, nope, they won't do it. And so Christine comes in right as he, like, throws his laptop, and she's like, hey.
It was an iPad.
Okay, the iPod. She's like, hey, calm your shenanigans down. And he's like, no, you don't really love me. And she's like, whoa, back it up a bit. And he's like, no, get out of here. And she's like, fine, I didn't want to be here anyway. I'm out. And so, he's going to, like, physical therapy and everything. And he's, like, working on his hands.
Yeah, there is a guy, and he's being, like, snarky to him. And he's like, have you ever seen someone with, like, my, like, kind of nerve damage ever, like, fully recover? And he's like, yeah, once. I'll have to dig up the file, but if it proves your arrogant self wrong, I'll do it. And then gets it in the mail, and he's like, told you.
And he's like, oh my goodness, it actually... So he hunts down this guy, and he learns about the place. What is the name?
You can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it. It starts with an A-S.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just watch the movie.
He hunts it down after getting beat up, and that's where we learn...
No, he hunts it down. He tries to find it. We see a glimpse of someone wearing a similar outfit to the person we saw doing magic earlier. Some people are like, give us your watch. And his watch breaks. They beat him up. And but then the guy rescues him. It was, what was his name? Wait, hold up. I wrote down Mordu. Yeah, it was Mordu.
Mordu. We might be pronouncing that wrong, but you know what? Fudge it. Moving on. And so he's like, here's your watch back. And he's like, oh no, it's broken. But we find out what the back says. And he's like, follow me. And he like,
okay, stranger.
Like, meet the Ancient One, and he thinks it's this guy that's sitting there, and so he keeps trying to say, like, thank you, but things keep getting handed to him, so he has to say thank you to them. And then he's like, oh.
He leaves, and then he's like, Ancient One, thank you for saving me. And it's the girl next to him, and she's like, you're welcome.
And he's like, oh,
okay.
I messed up. And he's like, okay, so teach me about stuff. And she's like, do you even know what you're asking? And he's like, I think so. And so they go through this whole thing of him learning what he was asking, which is magic.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know, this is stupid. Magic's not a real thing. And then she's like, oh yeah, it is.
She's like, watch me. And he's like, oh my god, teach me. And she's like, no. And throws him out to the street. And he just kind of stays there on their porch for about 5 to 7 hours.
5 hours, at least 5 hours, because the dude was like, he's been on the porch for 5 hours. He's determined.
And she's like, I'm not going to teach him. He's like, hey, I know what happened with that one dude. I don't remember.
Who stole the pages.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. And...
Short shooty dude.
Yeah, this is,
we're bad at names.
Short, no, was he short? No.
He's probably taller than you.
Yeah, average height magic guy. But page-stealing magic guy. There we go. Yeah? That's a... magic stealer.
The dude who didn't read ahead or behind. Because, you know...
Didn't finish the rest of the page.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to... the spell comes first, and then the warnings come after.
You should have read the whole book.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna... Just take the whole book, guy. Like, come on.
Come on.
Is it so... Like, do you even read, bro?
Do you even read, bro?
You need the contents around it to know what's going on. That's how
Context
books work.
clues.
Context matters. That's why you get the whole book and don't rip pages out. You heathen! What is wrong with you?
Did your mother never teach you how to read?
Were you
properly
raised by animals?
Hi. Anyway, so the guy, wait, hold on. Where are we? He's like, and he's like, he's not like steely magic dude.
Yeah.
And he like brain fart. He's like, we gotta teach him, cause potential.
He shows potential.
And
Let's trust him.
He's like, Ancient One is like, ugh,
I don't
fine.
like him. His face, I don't like his face.
And so he comes in, he learns, and when he learns, he's like, here's the Wi-Fi password, but he doesn't say that, and he's like, what is this? My, like, name now?
No, it's your what is this?
My mantra?
It's like, no, it's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
And, so he does magic stuff.
Yeah.
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 That's where my brain is going blank.
Sarah.exe is no longer functioning. Please hold. Okay, so what happened? Do you want me to do a little bit of the summary?
Yeah, because my brain isn't.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just let me explain stuff to you. So you see, what happens is they start training him, right? And like we see like all these people being trained, and like they're all doing magic, and like he's doing the motions, but no magic is happening. And so the Ancient One is just like, hey. Strange, come over here.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I remember now. Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, you can't force it. You gotta let it be free before you force it. And he's like,
what?
That's a contradiction.
What? The what? And so she's like, here, come here, because they're trying to like make a portal. And she's like, come here. And they go to Mount Everest, and
like, it's
she
beautiful,
abandoned him.
She's like, it's beautiful, isn't it? You'll only last about 30 minutes alive, but, like, you'll go in shock before 2 minutes. Good luck. Bye!
Yeah, and then closes the portal, leaves him there. And then Mordu comes, and sees the Ancient One, and is like, wait, what?
We're strange, and she's like, Everest, and he's like, again?
Yeah. What? No, she's like, he'll be in here in a minute, and he's like, wait, again? I should probably do something, and she's like, wait a minute. Like, she's done this before.
She nervously messes with a fan behind her back, and then
Strange
couple seconds later, Strange shows up.
Icicles covering his beard.
He's like, I'm here. I've showed up.
I have arrived.
Yes, and then from there they
try me, Beyonce.
They train a little bit more. He reads more books. And
he reads a lot of books.
And then he goes to like the portal dude, and the portal dude is like, "You won't get out this library."
You're talking Wong.
Yeah. Brain.
Okay. Stephen comes to return all these books to the librarian. His name's Wong, and
he's in the other movies.
Yeah,
he's the one that stays.
And so what happens is that Wong's just like, okay, the last librarian, he got beheaded, and like if you don't return, if the books leave this library and they're not supposed to, I will kill you, bro, broski. And Strange is like, yeah, but like, what if they're just like overdo a bit? Like, does that qualify like maiming? Like, what's going on here? And when Wong's just like, my name's Wong, he's like, just one name? Like, what are you? Like, Beyonce? Like...
And at first it was like Adele, and then he just starts listing off, and he's like,
all people who like
Eminem,
yeah.
Rihanna, Beyonce.
It was pretty funny. And then, so there's a point when he comes back, and he's like, I want these books. And Wong's just like, dude, you don't know what you're doing. And he's like, try me, Beyonce. And I just love that.
And he's like, what? And then later we see Wong listening to Single Ladies by Beyonce.
He got introduced to Beyonce.
And, like, during that time, like,
yeah, Strange
he's listening
is like...
to the music. Strange is stealing books.
Using portals to take books, and then...
Wong notices.
And then the Ancient One is just like, you can't... Portals aren't allowed in the library. And he's like, one told on me? Gosh darn it, One.
I thought we were friends, One. And
Gosh
so...
darn it.
He learns a lot, but, like...
He reads a lot of books. He has a photographic memory, so, you know...
While he's reading in the library because he can't take out the book. So he's sitting there reading it, eating an apple, and he sets it down because he sees the eye of something.
Time stone.
He sees the time stone
Infinity stone. It's the time stone.
It's
a necklace.
And he sees it.
Fancy.
And he's like, oh my god.
I want it.
What if I messed with that? And so he puts it on and he does magic stuff with the apple. And then Wong comes back and like, hey, no. Bad Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Time out. And then, so he kind of educates him on what's going on with, the Dark Dimension and Dormammu. And then
he's like,
Hong Kong, London.
The London one, it kind of gets
Sanctuary
attacked.
Gets attacked and falls, and he gets thrown into New York.
Do you want to explain about the sanctuaries, or should I?
The sanctuaries are there to protect it from the...
Yeah, there are 3 of them. London, Hong Kong, New York. There are 3.
And wherever they are.
No, it doesn't. It just says there are 3 main sanctuaries that protect this.
So, yeah, that's the training ground. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brain not registering information fast enough. It's like a buffering thing, but yeah. Anyway. So, he goes in there and then after the London falls, the steely magic dude comes.
He tries to come through the thing. Stuff explodes. Strange is pushed backwards into the New York sanctuary, and then the thing like stops working. So yeah.
Yeah.
And so now he's in the New York sanctuary.
And he walks around for a bit and finding no one, and then it turns out that's the next location where Magic Steely Dude wanted to come.
Guy with no regards to library books, him.
Yep. And he's like trying to take over the thing. He kills the guardian of it, but Doctor Strange is like
I don't think he kills him, he like maims him and he almost dies, but I think they abandon him. That he will die soon.
Yeah.
No, but he was like, the dude's in there, and they're like, we took him to the place where he'll be cleaned. Or cleaned.
Cleaned!
He's
dying!
He's dying, but we gotta make sure he's sparkly.
Yeah. And so, Doctor Strange fights the thing.
Then the other people show up. Oh, yeah, he almost dies, and he goes to Christine. Oh, yeah, and he gets the cape. He gets the cape.
Of levitation.
Yeah, and they're just like, the cape of levitation, normally it's like super stubborn and doesn't like to follow people, but it follows him, and it's like a puppy, and it's so cute. It's like his friend. He has a friend.
As a cape.
He has friends a cape. You have a problem with that?
I mean, I want a cape friend.
I want a cape friend, too.
Oh, and, so, yeah.
Or would you like the cape friend or the boots? We didn't talk about the boots. So Mordo has these boots, right?
Yeah.
And like they're fancy boots. He can do magic with his boots. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He can like run on air with his boots. It's cute. It's cute.
It's cute.
I'm like I like it. It's cute.
I want the aesthetics of the cape. I don't necessarily want the cape power, but I do want the boots powers.
I would like the cape power of flight. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't care for heights. I'm just
No.
like, but I want to fly. Like, if I had the power of flight, I wouldn't just fly ever. I would I want to hover. I just want to be like chilling in the air, like just, feet propped up, whatever. Just chilling. I would float everywhere.
Sorry, I yawned.
Yeah, Sarah yawned. I'm yawning. Do you see what you've done? For shame,
yeah.
Sarah. For shame.
And so, after that,
yeah, a battle ensues,
yeah.
and then
in the
Juan
mirror dimension,
and Mordo show up, and they're just like, oh yeah, and then dude comes back with his sidekicks. And and then they go to the mirror dimension, which is a thing we learned about earlier but didn't tell you about. And they're like, gee, that's a dumb thing because, kind of when we're in the mirror dimension, they're kind of a lot stronger. Oh yeah, there's a point when, between the two battles, that Steve is just like, oh yeah, she's using, dark powers, and he tells Mordo.
And he's like, no.
And then a battle happens in the mirror dimension, and the...
We're like running away.
Yeah. Run away!
Running away happens in the mirror dimension.
And then the Ancient One shows up, and Morty's like, he wasn't joking.
He's like, oh no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, the Ancient One gets stabbed, and they end up in a place where they can get to a hospital.
What? No, they use the ring that allows them to, create the portals. And then they go to the hospital where...
They have a scene where she's dying, but, they've astral projected, and he's like, hey, you can't, body, go. And she's like, no, this is where I die. Yep. This is what I do.
You gosh darn it, Sarah. Why you always yawning, Sarah?
And then she's telling him about his endless potential.
Yep.
And why he needs to get his act straight.
Come on, Strange.
And
we completely missed the part about Mr. Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. So, magic librarian disrespecting beheading dude is like Mr. to Dr. Strange, and he's like Doctor actually, and he's like Mr. Doctor. No, it's Strange. Maybe, but who am I to judge?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And then the Ancient One dies, and Doctor Strange is like, well, okay, let's go save the world, I guess. And then they go to start doing that, but everything
has
gone bad.
He has to give a pep talk to freaking Mordo, and they're like, fine, let's go to Hong Kong. But then when they get to Hong Kong, everything has gone bad.
Everything's bad.
Everything's bad.
It's as if you were you went to the bathroom break during a horror, and then you come back and everything's wrong.
And you're like, gosh darn it, what did I miss?
And
and then they fight a bit, and then he's like, hold up, wait, I'm gonna go into the dark dimension for a bit with the time stone.
I got time.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
He starts reversing it. He starts reversing everything. And they told him earlier not to do that, because, you're messing with, unnatural things.
But he's like, YOLO!
Yeah. And so he's like, I'm just gonna fix this, and then the other people get unfrozen from time, so he's like,
why have you started this? He's like, well, don't stop reversing.
So then, that's what Juan says to him. And then he just leaves and goes to the dark dimension. And then he sets a time loop, and he keeps on talking to freaking
Dormammu. I've come to bargain.
And, that scene just goes on playing over and over and over again, because he's like, what's
And Dormammu's like, I'm done. What do you want?
And he's like, don't stop. Get your people out of here.
and
don't come back.
Yeah.
Leave and
Never
never
return.
come back. Yeah. And then he's like, okay, fine. I'm tired of killing you.
Yeah. Get out of here. Please, please, please.
So,
So he does just that.
yeah, so he leaves.
And then Doctor Strange is like, I done did it.
Yep.
You better read your books before you do the spells.
Yeah, like, read the whole book. The warnings come after the spells. And that finally gets Wong to laugh. It was funny.
Yep. And then the movie wraps up.
Yeah, end the movie. But Mordo, like, leaves. He's like, guys, this is bad.
Everything's back to normal.
This is bad.
And he's in the New York Sanctuary.
Yep.
And the movie ends. The first end credit scene is where
It's the one with Thor.
Thor is.
It's a clip from Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, where
They talk
Doctor
to
Strange
Doctor
is like, so you're why is Loki here? And Thor is like, well, we're trying to find Odin. And he's like, so if I help you, you'll leave. And he's like, yup. Yeah, and he's like, okay, let's go. And then the last one, the last end credit scene is where Mordo is like, hey,
the dude,
magic bad.
Yeah, the dude, okay, so there was a dude earlier who told Stephen Strange what to go looking for, and essentially he was, like, paralyzed. We talked about him earlier, but he was the one who, like, had the thing that was the nerve damage, and, like, essentially we find out later in the movie that he's just using magic to, like, operate correctly.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's like, I figured out what's wrong with this world. Too many sorcerers.
That's what Mordo says, and then he takes his magic.
And he's like, ah!
And that was the end of the movie. So now, if you know what happens, I'm tired. It's time for the notes.
Notes! Notes!
So, first note I have is just magic in all capitals.
Mine's magic powers!
Don't drive distracted, because gosh darn it, Steve.
Mine is right before that, which, who needs the whole book when I can have a page? Because I was angry in that sass.
Yeah, because
like,
Sarah's sassy that they disrespected the library.
This is right before I figured out he took 2 pages.
Yeah.
So it's a page. I'm sorry.
You could add, you can add an S to that, right?
No, I have a page.
Wait,
who needs a book when I can have a page?
Well, okay, mark out the A.
No, we're keeping it.
And then put...
Because I have, at one point where I go,
You have a pencil.
Yes.
You didn't even write this in pen. I did.
We're keeping it. Authentic notes.
So anyway, next note I have is Steven broken. Poor Stevie.
Mine.
Because he's like yelling at, he's yelling at frickin' Christine.
Yeah. Mine is before that when, the doctor's like, we need him for organ donating. And, and he was wrong. I was like, ha! Get wrecked. And then I have Strange is bad at social interaction when he was like, pat, with the hug.
Yeah.
And then rotating watches.
Oh, yeah.
Because his watch is rotated. Like, why do you need that?
He's fancy.
Why do you need that?
Because, yeah, he wants to waste his money. I mean, if I knew Stephen Strange, I'd be like, hey, just give your... Just, like, I have a podcast. Support my podcast, please.
Yes.
We'll give you a shout-out. Like, hey, if you ever need a neurosurgeon, I suggest Dr. Stephen Strange. However, he probably won't see you because you're not fancy enough.
Yes, but, and then I forgot Doctor Strange in the comic book has streaks of white hair on each side. I was like, does Doctor Strange have white hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you Google that halfway through the movie?
No,
you remember?
My brain started to function.
Okay. Oh, it's not functioning right now.
And then I have when he figures out his hands are not working and that someone worked on him. The only actual line that I remember from the first watching this movie is I could have done it better. Yeah, I could have done better.
What's your next note, Sarah?
I have a PhD, woman.
Because she was, the Ancient One is just like, calls him Mister, and he's like, doctor, and she's like, you're not operating as a doctor. And I'm just like, he still went to school and got a PhD. Okay? Calm yourself. He has a doctorate. He's a doctor.
I mean, a PhD is a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's more work than what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a lot of work. Like, oh my god.
And, so yeah.
And then, my next note is me thinking back to the pages with the book. What if he accidentally grabbed the wrong page because he was just like, this symbol? Like, what if he accidentally, like, grabbed something?
The wrong one?
Yeah.
Like, he grabs, like, the secret recipe for Honey's pizza.
Yeah.
The Ancient One just really likes Honey's. Yeah. The next note I have is, what kind of acid trip is this?
Oh my god.
Because, you know, there's a part where the Ancient One is just like, this is not fake. Let me show you all of these things, but it looks super trippy, and I'm just like, my eyes.
Like, you mentioned, like, at one point, it looks like the moment where an Ant-Man...
Yeah, when he just keeps on getting smaller and smaller and smaller, there's, like, a split moment when it, like, reminded me of that, and I thought that was very interesting. Yeah. AKA, they just recycled that.
They just added, like,
they're just
Doctor.
Like, yeah, we're gonna fill time a bit. Let's just, it'll be fine. They won't notice.
They won't notice.
They won't notice.
Who watches all of these in a marathon and, like, recognizes that?
Yeah.
We do. We do. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to our podcast.
We watched that movie last week.
No, it was...
Yeah,
it
was last week, Sarah.
I
Don't contradict me.
We are supposed to watch a movie a week, and so it messed me up that
we're speedrunning it for the next 3 weeks.
Yep.
Okay. The next note I have is the Wi-Fi password, because he's like, what do you think we are? Savages? She's done this before, when he's like, oh no, not again. After leaving someone on Everest.
Yeah, what I have is, snap fingers, magic.
Why?
Because at one point they do, like, snap their fingers and, like, whoa. And then the line
If you guys could see what she's doing with her hands.
It's, like, part of, like, the magic thing.
She's trying to do a recreation.
I don't know what I didn't watch, but, like, they snap their fingers.
Okay.
And magic happens.
Try me, Beyonce.
Try me, Beyonce.
That's just the next note I have.
What is your next?
The note after that is dem boots though.
Mine is...
When he, like, walks on air.
Yeah. He's, like...
yeah, because he's like, these are, like, my relic boots. I can walk on air.
Wahaha. Walk sideways on them for, like, a second.
So, talk to me about your notes.
I have, Mother of Refrigeration, when he starts doing the ritual to summon their Mamu.
No.
Yeah,
stop that.
Yeah, it's like, Mother of Refrigeration, why you gotta be so rude?
Don't you know I'm human too?
Don't you know I'm human too?
Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know
I'm human too? They're doing Doctor Strange, how he's like, my hands are messed up, and it's like, it's not about that. It's about the idea of hands. Because one guy, like, doesn't have a hand, and he's able to do it perfectly. I was like, it's the idea of hands.
It's magic.
Magic. And then, catching up to your notes, I have, again? You've done this before? And then, apple bottom jeans, boots with the magic.
Yep. What's your next note?
Infinity Stone.
Yeah, because he's like, when we see the...
Yeah, because knowledge.
Yeah, okay. So there's the scene.
And then I realized, I'm stupid. It's 2 pages.
The next note I have is, like, the whole exchange with Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor? It's strange. Maybe, but who am I to judge? The entire exchange I just wrote down in my notes because I was like, it's beautiful.
I have when he's fighting, like, it's right after that, like, he's fighting and he messes up, like, the spell, so one of his hands doesn't really, like, work. Like, it's, like, the weird, like, magic wrapping around his hands.
It doesn't glow.
He shakes his hands as if that would fix it.
Like, you know when something's not working and you just, like, shake it and you bang it on something? That essentially did that.
I was like, that's not how magic works. You can't
Who are you to say how magic works?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if a spell fails, you can't shake it to fix it.
The next note I have is you can't stop this, Mr. Doctor. That's a thing that he said. You can't stop this, Mr. Doctor, after like a whole fight scene. It was beautiful.
Doctor Strange. I have a majestic cape time when the cape's like, this my human. And then I have right when the cape was murdering someone.
Yeah.
Not to my human.
Oh, when the cape was beating that guy up.
Yeah.
In my note, it's just when you get beat up by a cape.
You know you're one of the bad guys at being a bad guy.
You're bad at being a bad guy when you get beat up by a cape.
I have Doctor Strange. Excuse you. When he's like, it's Doctor Strange.
Oh, you can't stop this, Mr. Doctor.
It's Doctor Strange. Excuse you. And then when he's like hurt and he's going to the
Christine, the science queen.
It would be Christine.
So, okay, you know the moment when she's like, are you in a cult? And he's like, I'm not in a cult. That's exactly what a cultist would say.
That's great.
And they try and he's like, sounds like a cult.
Sounds like a cult.
Shrug shoulders.
I have, when the Magic Steely guy, broke out of the thing and left. I was like, well, why'd you have to go and do that? Not so good, sir.
The next note I have is, like, during, like, one of the like, I think it's right before the thing with Dormammu, so.
So is mine, which is the guy that got thrown out of a car. Because basically the road got lifted up. I was like, seatbelts are important. They could have saved you when the world is ending.
Okay, so there's a moment, like, time is being reversed, and somebody just gets reversed into a fish tank. Like, one of the bad guys gets reversed into a fish tank. You're just trapped in a fish tank, you know. Trapped in a fish tank.
And then, I have when, Doctor Strange is on the ground, and they're like, wake up, wake up, Strange. And I was like, nap times are essential. No, gotta have my beauty rest before the end of the world.
These cheekbones are chiseled by penguins in my sleep. I cannot... Okay, just, like, give me a moment. Inside of my face are tiny penguins, and they are making my cheekbones super chiseled. So if you don't mind, just hold your freaking horses.
Let me take a nap.
I'm taking a freaking nap so penguins can chisel my cheekbones.
I have, Try Me, Beyonce, when basically they're at the end and they're like, he's like, Mwahaha, look what Dormammu's doing. And then he's like, no, I fixed that. I was I'll try me, Beyonce.
Note I have is Dormammu. I've come to bargain. And then the next note I have is just the end credit scene.
Mine is, it's the end credit scene, but it's like, I like this drink. Another! Because, like, during it...
He's like, I don't drink tea. And then all of a sudden, Thor's, like, holding, like, a tankard of, like, alcohol. And then Strange says something. I would just see, like, it flashes to, like, the tankard being empty and it's, like, refilling itself. Yeah. And then, so the end credits scene, I have end credits Thor. Just Thor. That's the only thing I wrote.
Ayo.
And then there's a second end credit scene. So end credit scene. Marmu no. When he's like killing, when he takes the magic from that one guy.
Yeah, mine is Marmu. Why? And then I was like, we need a resolution for Marmu. Please, Marvel, please. Because as far as we know, there isn't one. Like in the
Yeah, we don't know what happens.
Yeah, we don't know what happens.
Here's the thing. He was one of spoilers for Infinity Wars.
Thanks.
He was in the half of people who died.
Oh,
he's dead.
Yay!
I'm just that's not canon. I'm just That's
he
what I'm
doesn't-
deciding.
But like, so they're supposedly gonna fix it in Avengers 4.
Yeah. Maybe they do,
And
maybe they don't.
Maybe they're like, not him.
Whatever. So yeah, this is the end of their notes, which means it's the end of our podcast.
Woo!
We have Instagrams and YouTube accounts, whatever. It's super crap early. We're gonna go. So goodbye.
Bye-bye. Are you okay?
I'm fine.